Family, let me tell you, Meghan Markle has once again stepped out and shut the mouths of her haters in a way only she can. While the tabloids are still scrambling to invent drama, Meghan is over in Paris, owning the fashion world and redefining elegance at Paris Fashion Week. Yes, you heard that right. Our Duchess of Sussex made her first ever appearance at Paris Fashion Week this weekend. And in true Meghan fashion, she came not to play, but to slay. On Saturday, October 4th, Meghan stunned in an all-white ensemble at the Balenciaga show. A cape draped over her shoulders, crisp white shirt underneath, and the kind of regal clean aesthetic that reminded us all of why Meghan is in a class of her own. This was her debut at Paris Fashion Week, and just like when she first stepped into the royal family spotlight, Meghan made an entrance that people will be talking about for years. But Meghan wasn't done. The very next day, she switched things up. Swap in the soft angelic white for a darker, edgier look. On Sunday, October 5th, she appeared at the Balenciaga Women's Wear Spring-Summer 2026 show in an all-black outfit, paired with sleek black heels. It was powerful, bold, and confident. The perfect reminder that Meghan can embody softness and grace one day and fierce, commanding energy the next. And that, my friends, is what sets her apart. Now let's pause here and reflect on what Meghan just did. She showed the world that she can step into one of the most influential spaces in global fashion and not just be a guest, but be a force. This wasn't Meghan chasing relevance. This wasn't Meghan begging for attention, despite what the salty commentators will say. No, this was Meghan being invited because of her influence, her long-standing relationships with fashion giants, and the respect she commands from designers who value her authenticity and her artistry. And here's the thing, Meghan wasn't just there for herself. She attended in support of Pierpaolo Piccioli, the new creative director of Balenciaga. This is someone she has collaborated with before, someone whose craftsmanship and artistry she deeply admires. Meghan's spokesperson even confirmed that she has worked with Pierpaolo on key world stage moments over the years. That's not casual. That's not some influencer moment. That's legacy building. That's a duchess who has the respect of top-tier designers who want her in the room because her presence elevates their work. Meanwhile, the very people who mocked Meghan when she was a working royal, those who screamed that she was stealing the spotlight, are the same ones now pretending that her front-row seat at Paris Fashion Week is some desperate stunt. Let's call it out for what it is: jealousy, plain and simple. These folks hate the fact that Meghan shines wherever she goes, with or without the palace machine behind her. You see, Meghan never needed the dusty crown or the stiff royal PR playbook. Her light was always hers. The institution tried to dim it, tried to smother her under lies and smear campaigns. But look where she is now, walking into Paris Fashion Week, one of the biggest stages in the fashion industry, and leaving everyone breathless. And can we talk about the symbolism of Meghan wearing white on day 1 and black on day 2? Family, that was a statement. White, a symbol of renewal, of purity, of new beginnings. Black, strength, resilience and unapologetic power. Meghan said with her fashion, "I can be both." And isn't that exactly what she has shown us all along? That a woman can be soft and strong, gentle and fierce, nurturing and commanding, all at once. That's Meghan. Now, the haters will try to spin this. They'll say Meghan was snubbed at this or that event. They'll complain that she's clout-chasing by being at Paris Fashion Week. But let's set the record straight. Meghan was celebrated. Meghan was welcomed. Meghan was thanked publicly by the designer himself. She even shared her excitement on Instagram, writing, "About last night. Thank you, Piccioli and Balenciaga. I've missed you. Thanks for the love." That's not the language of someone forcing her way into rooms. That's the joy of someone who is invited and embraced. And let's not ignore how major this is for Meghan's brand. She's not only the Duchess of Sussex, she's a global tastemaker. She's building, as ever, her lifestyle brand and positioning herself as a leader in the luxury space. Her Paris Fashion Week debut isn't just about clothes. It's about visibility, networks, influence, and aligning with global power players in design, art, and culture. Family, this is strategy. Meghan and Harry are moving with purpose. While the British press wants us to think they're isolated in Montecito, the reality is the Sussexes are building an empire. They're winning awards, shaping conversations about mental health and online safety, and showing up on the world stage in ways the royals stuck in their gilded cages could only dream of. And speaking of their upcoming schedule, after this Fashion Week sleigh, Meghan and Harry are headed to New York City to accept the Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award. This is huge. They're being recognized for their groundbreaking work to make the online world safer for families and young people, and for advancing mental well-being globally. Think about that. While the tabloids in the UK are still churning out daily nonsense about Meghan's outfits or Harry's every move, the world is honouring them for saving lives, protecting children, and pushing for a healthier, kinder digital world. Let me ask you, who's really making a difference? The royals stuck in palace drama, or Harry and Meghan out here changing the world? And this is why the hate campaign against Meghan will never succeed. Every time they try to drag her down, she rises higher. Every time they mock her, she steps out on another global stage, winning admiration, respect and influence. Meghan is living proof that grace under fire not only survives, it thrives. Now, I know the detractors are going to twist Meghan's Paris Fashion Week appearance. They'll say she was just a guest or trying too hard. But family, the truth is in the details. Meghan was there in support of Pierpaolo Piccioli, a world-class designer. She was personally thanked. She celebrated the moment on her own terms. And her presence at that show? It wasn't just noticed, it was the story. People magazine, Vogue, Fashion Insiders, they all had Meghan front and centre. That's power, that's influence. So let's celebrate Meghan the way she deserves. A woman who walked into the cold halls of the British monarchy, survived their cruelty, and came out not broken, but stronger, more radiant, and more powerful than ever. A woman who can command headlines in Paris one day and accept humanitarian awards in New York the next. That is who Meghan Markle is. And as for Harry, you know he's right by her side, proud, supportive and steady. Together they are rewriting what modern royalty looks like. It's not about crowns or castles. It's about purpose, impact and legacy. And that's exactly what the Sussexes are building, step by step, appearance by appearance, award by award. So, family, what do we take away from Meghan's Paris Fashion Week moment? That she is unstoppable. That no matter what smear campaign is launched, no matter what lie is printed, Meghan's star will continue to rise. And we, the Sussex squad, will be here every step of the way, celebrating her brilliance and defending her against the bitter voices who can't stand her shine. Before I wrap up, let me remind you all, this is why we exist as the Royal Sussex Squad. To tell the truth, to celebrate Harry and Meghan, and to call out the hypocrisy of those who try to tear them down. So if you enjoyed this breakdown of Meghan's stunning Paris Fashion Week appearance and what it really means for her and Harry's global journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and share it with fellow squad members. Meghan Markle swaps all-white attire for a darker, edgier look during follow-up. Paris Fashion Week appearance. The Duchess of Sussex attended Balenciaga shows during her first-ever appearance at the annual fashion event. Meghan Markle wore a darker, edgier look for a follow-up Paris Fashion Week appearance on Sunday, Oct. 5. A day prior, the Duchess of Sussex wore an all-white ensemble. Meghan made her first-ever appearance at the annual fashion event over the weekend. Meghan Markle is making the most of her time at Paris Fashion Week. After the Duchess of Sussex, 44, attended a Balenciaga show at the annual fashion event on Saturday, October 4, wearing an all-white ensemble, she swapped the attire for a darker, edgier look during a follow-up show on Sunday, October 5. Attending the Balenciaga Women's Wear Spring-Summer 2026 show, Meghan wore a black dress, which she paired with black heels. During her earlier Paris Fashion Week appearance, which marked her first time ever attending the event in France, the mother of two wore a white, oversized cape over a button-down shirt of the same colour. Meghan later celebrated her Paris Fashion Week activities with an Instagram post. About last night, thank you, Piccioli and Balenciaga. I've missed you, thanks for the love, she wrote in her caption. A spokesperson for Meghan told people she attended the Balenciaga show on October 4 in support of Pierpaolo Piccioli, who recently assumed the role of creative director for the fashion brand. Over the years, the Duchess has worn a number of designs by Pierpaolo. They have worked closely together, collaborating on design for key moments on the world stage, the spokesperson said. She has long admired his craftsmanship and modern elegance, and tonight was no different, they continued, referring to Meghan and the designer. The spokesperson added that Meghan's show of support reflects the culmination of many years of artistry and friendship, reflected in her support for his new creative chapter at Balenciaga. Meghan and Prince Harry will next travel to New York City to accept Project Healthy Minds' Humanitarians of the Year award at the non-profit's World Mental Health Day Gala on Thursday, Oct. 9. People exclusively announced the honour which is being presented to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex for their work to make the online world a safer place for families and young people, in addition to their strides to advance mental well-being globally. And if you'd like to go one step further in supporting this channel, don't forget you can donate through Super Thanks. Every contribution helps us keep bringing you Sussex positive content, calling out the nonsense and celebrating our faves. Until next time, family, keep your heads high, your spirits strong, and remember, Harry and Meghan are not just surviving, they are thriving, and so are we.